I'm Hauntings, and today it's terribly rainy outside, and I am terribly sick and dying inside. So, I thought it'd be fun to do a little video, where we go over kind of like my current idea of where all these mainline Zelda games fit. Um, the thing is, I haven't played all of them yet. And so I think it would be very interesting to obviously rank the ones that I have played exactly where I would put them. However, I plan to play all of these within the next year or so. And so, as I'm replaying the ones I love, and as I play for the first time ones that I don't know, it would be great to go back to this channel and go back to this video, this list, and see how my opinions have changed. So it's not going to be super structured and stuff, but before replaying and playing for the first time, it should be interesting, kind of just some of the thoughts of where these things go. Like this game, Triforce Heroes, I think for the 3DS, I've never played it. I've never even looked at it. I've seen a couple of videos and stuff, and it doesn't sound like something that's up my alley. So, I'm gonna put it down here, but I really don't know. Majora's Mask. I love this game. I've played this game. I beat this game. Great game. So, is it gonna always be number one in the S tier? I don't know. I'll have to play the other games. I have played a significant amount of Zelda games. I'd say every single 3D title I've played, unless you count like Zelda Wind Waker sequels, then no, I haven't played those. Or A Link Between Worlds, I haven't played those. Okay, so let's just get some easy ones out of the way right now. Breath of the Wild, I don't know which one. The thing is, Breath of the Wild is so great with the freedom and stuff that it has, and I feel like, in a way, it's very much like the first Legend of Zelda game. But less cryptic, but you still have so much freedom and stuff, and I think in a way it's more original to that formula, less original to say Ocarina of Time, which was a bit more like linear and structured. But that's also something I actually missed in Breath of the Wild, is like a bit more of like the focused story. Like, because you could honestly miss out on a great deal. It has a lot of story. It does. However, because of the fact that all the stuff for the most part is somewhat optional, you don't have to go back to get Zelda's memories. You don't have to go fight Ganon's blights and stuff. It misses out on some of the like structure, because it wants to tell a pretty like full story without, and have players put together a bit of the mystery without like making it 100% essential that you don't miss out on one factor too. Which, I think, if Tears of the Kingdom has a bit more of a structured storytelling, and then has the extra expandable stuff that could be missed or could not, that'd be, for me, even cooler. You definitely have to miss out on some of that freedom for tackling things 100% however you want them, but it would still be cool, I think that they could have a nice mix between them. Okay, so um, the original Legend of Zelda. I don't know. It's hard because I want to put it up here because of what it did for its time. You know, it. I. However, I've never really gotten that far in it. It's so obscure in some of its hints and stuff, and you know, it was at a time when they wanted to drive the community talking to each other on like the playground or at work, and you know, the community kind of solves how to beat the game, which is really cool. Today we have that with online forums and things like that. Like when PT first came out, there was a lot of that, solving puzzles as a community. um However, where we're at now, it's generally like, you know, you either look at a guide or you might be solving a really obscure puzzle for hours and hours and hours. And I think, you know, that kind of loses out on some of the initial charm it had, unfortunately. Okay. Do they have the DX version? No. Okay, yeah. This is fine. This game's really, really good. I was surprised by, I guess, how easy it is to kind of like pick up and play, and what a genuinely moving story it has. So just to be clear, I've played Majora's Mask. I've beat it. Breath of the Wild. Ocarina of Time. I have not fully beat Link's Awakening. I've never played A Link Between Worlds. A Link to the Past I have played, I've never beaten. I played a little bit of Four Swords on the Game Boy Advance. And a little bit of Seasons and Ages, I'm not sure which one. Skyward Sword. And then Wind Waker was my first one. So Wind Waker I'd put pretty high. I don't mean to be so negative about it compared to like this. I just don't want to put everything in S tier, you know? Like I feel like that would not be fair to all the rest of the games, because 90% of these games could just stay in the S tier and that would be fine, to be honest. Skyward Sword, that's a hard one. Because I like Skyloft in this game. I like the origins that it sets up. It's really cool. But I don't know. I feel like in some ways Wind Waker, I love that like big openness to the world, the seas and stuff. I know people didn't like traversing it in the original game, but that was my start. I didn't mind it. And Twilight Princess, that was really good. I don't mind the motion controls like other people do. Adventures of Link's down here because it's good, but it's not really my thing. Okay, so the problem with these ones, I'm not sure which one's the Game Boy Advance one, which one's the GameCube one, and I'm not super sure the differences. Like I think on the Game Boy Advance one, I'll have to play it, of course. But you know, you still have the people hooked up to the Game Boy Advance, but on the GameCube, you have more freedom where you can go. I think, I don't remember too well. You might have to stay on the screen on the Game Boy Advance one of, yeah, on each other's screen. I'm not sure. I can't 100% remember. A Link Between Worlds, I think that's there or here. This one's hard because I've never played these ones either, but with my impressions, it's there. I feel like it's weird that the Spirit Track stuff, but whatever. I heard Minish Cap's so good. Ages, seasons. Oh boy, is this? Okay, I feel like this is a hot mess, but I think this is where I'd put it tentatively. So Majora's Mask. It's hard between Breath of the Wild and Majora's Mask because I feel like Majora's Mask in so many ways is like a bunch of different elements of that classic weird, strange, trippy Zelda world. But Breath of the Wild, there's a lot of like fun stuff you can do. You can get lost in the world for a long time. The quests are fun, the environments are fun. Ocarina of Time, Undying Classic. I do feel like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess are a lot more samey than Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is a little bit different, but this is a hard one. I might put these above here, but you know, if I put some of these games like in an order that you guys didn't like, I'm sorry, but I also haven't really. Pretty much all of the ones that got the lower score are ones that I haven't really played or ones I haven't gotten very far in. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to spend a bit of time with you guys. I have 2 days off and it's definitely difficult getting so many videos uploaded and stuff. I used to think, oh, I could push out like a review every day and stuff, but honestly, when you work like over 8 hours, it's just not doable. But that's it. Okay, thank you guys. Have a nice day. Feel free to subscribe and whatever. Bye.